Welcome back to From Students for Students.
Today we're with our driver instructor.
And we're going to be asking him some questions. Can you introduce yourself for us?
I'm Mr. Walden.
Okay, cool. All right, so our first question is, where's that?
What's been your closest call with a student?
I've had several. Probably the one that sticks out in my mind is working on a freeway, and the student couldn't get over out of the merge lane into the first lane because we had a semi that was right beside us, and he had a semi passing him to the left. So we're accelerating, getting up to speed, and I'm looking underneath the semi, trying to figure out what we were going to do. And there was a disabled car at the end of the ramp. So luckily there was nobody right behind us. We were able to slow down a little bit and let both semis go by before we got in. But that was a little sketchy.
Yeah. Have you had any really good drivers?
Yeah, I've had several. Every year I have, a handful of kids that I think are pretty good drivers at that point. But the key then is how are they going to drive when they get out on their own?
Yeah.
They've got good habits established, but when they start driving on their own and there's not a parent or me in the car with them, what kind of decisions are they going to make? That's going to be key.
Yeah. All right. How long have you been a driver instructor?
29 years.
Wow.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so we know kids nowadays, especially new drivers, are on their phones a lot. And how important do you think it is for new drivers to stay off their phones, especially in like bad weather conditions coming up and like winter?
Well, I think it's crucial that your phone is kind of out of sight, out of mind anytime you're behind the wheel, and it can be especially dangerous in bad weather. But you just need to establish that habit. And I tell the kids in class that it's not an if you're using your phone while you're driving, you are going to be involved in an accident. I mean, it's just a matter of when that happens.
Yeah.
Do you recommend listening to like a music or podcast or anything while you drive?
I think, as long as it's not a distraction, so, the volume level is, where you can hear sounds and, communicate with other drivers on the road, that it's not a huge issue, but you've got to make sure that you're refocusing yourself every time you feel yourself your mind start to wander and you're not focusing on the driving task. You need to be dialed in, because it's, sometimes you don't get a second chance.
Right. Yeah.
I enjoy hearing stuff. My first drive with you had the MSU basketball game playing, and that was good.
All right. How long do you plan to keep on being a driving instructor?
I don't know. I still enjoy it. Some days in the car get a little long, but I still enjoy doing it. I think it's very important.
Yeah.
But it's certainly, I'm at the point in my career where it's a year-to-year thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Rogi?
Could
you give any advice for people who are about to take their test or are going too soon?
The road test?
Yeah.
Don't stress about parallel parking. Even though that's a skill that you have to show during the road test, very few people use it. And as long as you do well on everything else with a road test, you will not fail by failing the parallel parking. So lots of people get stressed about that, and it's kind of unneeded stress.
Yeah, I was very stressed for that, and it wasn't that bad actually doing it. What would you say is your dream car or vehicle?
I really like my truck.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted a Jeep Wrangler too to drive in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Just
that'd be cool.
Maybe that's a retirement gift. I don't know.
Yeah.
How long do you plan on teaching?
I don't know. I still enjoy it. I like coming to work. It's year to year, but I'm still having a good time. So,
Sweet.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk or say for the young students who are going to be driving with you soon?
I think, the big thing is we work on, that limited short amount of time that I have you in class, and then, even the 50 hours that you're working with your parents. It's crucial to establish good habits. We all know that it's it's so much easier to establish a good habit than it is to break a bad one.
Yeah.
So establish those good habits and then stick to them when you have that freedom and you get to drive on your own without parents and other adults in the car, because it's every time you get behind the wheel, it is
Right.
it's a serious event. It can be life and death every time you're in the car. So you need to treat it like that.
Well, thank you, Mr. Walden, for the interview. See you soon on
From Students for Students.